Hi, Jody Wambeck with the Wilmer Early Childhood Family Programs and Wilmer Early Childhood Initiative. Joining me today is Michelle White, who is the new Success by Six coordinator at United Way. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, Jody. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you have kind of taken over the duties of the Growmobile. And my understanding is Growmobile is funded through Empower. Tell us a little bit about what Empower is.
Well, Empower is Women United in Philanthropy, and it's an initiative that is making a difference in communities by equipping families and caregivers with information and things that they need to help prepare children for kindergarten.
So in addition to the Growmobile, does Empower do other things?
We do, actually. We just filled 750 preschool screening backpacks for area schools. We are also a funder of the Imagination Library, which is a program that has one book mailed to a child each month from birth to age 5.
Which is great.
So it is.
With the screening backpacks, those are such a wonderful thing. You know, all of the kids that go through screening in Wilmer leave with one and it says, I'm a little graduate on it, and it's fabulous. And so this is your reminder, moms and dads, to get your children screened. Michelle, I want to circle back to the Growmobile. You're doing things just a little bit different starting this fall. Can you tell us what you're changing up with the Growmobile?
Sure. We're actually changing up a little bit the curriculum. We're going to use a creative curriculum model. So when I go into the home providers' homes, I will be teaching a mini lesson, which will be like a kickoff to a study starter topic that they will stay on for 2 to 3 weeks. I will leave that curriculum and then come back and visit again in a few more weeks and start another topic for them.
Okay. And then do you have, with the 20 providers or so that you are seeing, are you starting a pilot project with a couple of them?
We are. We're starting a pilot project with 3 providers, and they will be using an online assessment tool called Gold Assessment. They will be assessing the children, the preschool children in their care with social emotional, language, literacy, cognitive skills, and math skills. And then this information can be shared with others in the district.
Okay. And then in addition to Gold, with the 3 providers, are you doing another assessment with the rest of the kids in the
Yes, with
homes?
each of the kids that I visit in the homes, I will be doing something called the IGDs, which will measure rapid automatic naming of pictures, rhyming, alliteration, and letter names and letter sounds.
And why is that important?
Well, it's important to do these assessments beforehand so we can have record of each individual child's growth, and if there we may be able to recognize some needs early on if there are any.
Now, are you doing this just on your own, or is it in conjunction with the district? How do people know that you were doing this, or what's going on with that? Is it in conjunction with the district so that you're sharing stuff, or?
Yes, it will be in conjunction with the district, so they will be able to see the information also.
Great. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today. You shared a lot of information, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Jody.
Yep. Our October WOW event, which remember is World of Wonder, is going to be our 7th annual Family Night at the Fire Station. This is going to be a great event for your family with children of all ages. We are going to have stories read by the firefighters. We're going to have gear demos. I believe there's going to be a firehouse. There's going to be just a ton of things for you and your family to do. So mark your calendars for Thursday, October 10th, and be looking for more information in the paper. It's also in your Wilmer Community Ed and Rec brochure that is out and about in mailboxes. You are watching Do You Know?
All right, you just had a chance to see some pictures from the Stuff the Bus School Supply Drive. We're in studio today. Renee joining us again from United Way. Tell us all the exciting details with Stuff the Bus.
Well, on August 16th, we had a Stuff the Bus event, and prior to that, we had bins put out in the communities and some great information on the air promoting the event. And on August 16th, we had a full school bus of supplies come back to our office. That afternoon, we had volunteers from Cargill come and sort all of them. And we know that after all is said and done, we've exceeded last year's goal. We are still giving supplies out, and we have over $13,000 in school supplies this year. It's amazing.
Oh, very good. So it worked out well, and that's what we like to see every year, the community involvement in all of the United Way events and things that you do. Speaking of things you do, this month you're kicking off your new campaign, and this year you're looking to raise $1 million.
That's the number, one with 6 zeros, $1 million. And the reason for that is the needs have increased so much over the area, but we also believe in the good that United Way is doing and try to bring to the community the realization that you can make a difference by your gift to United Way. We're kicking off the campaign September 15th, and in every post office box, a flyer with this on the front of it will be coming to them, and we hope that they'll take a look at that with great information about what United Way is doing and how you can make a difference with your gift. A small gift makes a difference. A large gift is a great gift to us, too.
And for the people that aren't familiar with what United Way does with the dollars that are given, give us a few examples, because there's a lot.
You know, we do. It is. It's so. I'm so honored to be a part of this program. This current year, as of July 1st, we're funding 48 programs through many agencies in our region. Everything from supporting seniors through caregiver support or Meals on Wheels programs. We have a couple different providers. A lot of early childhood scholarships going on in the region. Rice has a grief counseling program that we help support, helping people get there from Heartland, programs through Goodwill Industries, so many variety of areas that improve families by keeping seniors and vulnerable adults safe in their homes, to children, preparing them for kindergarten or supporting them through school, and also to help families become financially stable. Beyond program funding, we operate our own programs. We have our Gift in Kind, which we're reinventing right now, and to see how we can best meet the needs of the community. But we have the Growmobile, which we've talked about before. I again love that program, reaching out, and we're expanding it this fall. We also have our Imagination Library, getting free books into preschoolers. And we are at the table of many meetings, being your liaison to agencies and to government entities to talk about our issues in our region and how can we make West Central Minnesota a better place to live.
And you know, it's a hard task to do, because it is a really good place to live, and it's just really making things go into the future and making sure that all of our needs are taken care of. So if you want more information, you can always go to the website of United Way here in West Central Minnesota and check that out. You mentioned the Growmobile a little bit ago, a great event coming up at O'Neill's in October. It's an art event. Why don't you give us some details on that?
On October 10th, we're having an art event where we feature local artists and their wonderful gifts of donations of art, and we'll be auctioning them off in a silent auction. But we're also going to be promoting what United Way does and what the Growmobile does. This fall, we'll be going to close to 20 preschoolers and also visiting a site up in the Sunwood area to bring that free preschool education to children that don't maybe have that opportunity. So your support of that event is huge. Call our office. We'll sign you up and get you on the RSVP list.
All right, perfect. As always, Renee, thanks for being here. I was going to give us updates again on our show as things come up in our community and events are happening. Right now, we're going to take off and check out the community garden and the Master Gardeners with Susan. You're watching Do You Know?
Good morning. This is Susan Matson, Master Gardener, and I'm here this morning at the Community Center with Leanne Freeman, who will talk a little bit about the garden plots here that are available to the public. I've been walking around with Leanne this morning looking at all of the plots that people have been working on this summer. Lots of ripe vegetables, lots of interesting options. People are putting in different plants, all kinds of things. It's worth a trip out here to the community center just north of the downtown area to see the gardens that have been put in. I know there's over 40 plots now, including one area that was part of the intergenerational program that Leanne has been working with some young people from one of the daycare centers. Also, we have 3 raised beds here that have wooden sides. One is being used, 2 are still open if you want to get a late garden in. I'll turn this over to Leanne now, who will tell us a little bit about the history of the community gardens here and talk a little bit about some of the options that you would have. It's about $20 a year to have a garden plot, and you have water, you have a protected area. But Leanne can tell you a little bit more about that.
Thank you. Welcome to the High Avenue Community Garden. We have 43 plots, as Susan has said. This is our 5th year of the plots out here. Our first year, we only had 12. And then ever since then, we have been growing, and we are still growing, and luckily we do have the land space out here to continue to grow. The gardeners all help with taking care of maintaining the garden plots, their own plots, but they also chip in and help with some other gardening activities that we have going on out here. Each plot is 15 by 10 feet, and they come in and they help me mark them, and then they help me plot them, and then they start planting away, and I put in the water, take care of all that, and they come back and help with the trimming and the weed pulling. And actually we have a very full garden this year, and like Susan said, the vegetables are all turning. But right now we have 43. That's $20 for a plot. Very reasonable. I have about a third of my gardeners come back every year, so that leaves open ones, and it fills up. It fills up before you know it. So if you're interested in the garden, just give me a call out here at the community center. My number is 231-9797.
Thank you very much. I'm really impressed with the gardens out here. And I know this has been a year for weeds because I don't invite people out to my gardens anymore because I never have time to pull all the weeds, but these look absolutely great. And now we're headed out to the Candiotah County Fair to look at the Master Gardener display out there and the Scarecrow Contest. So we'll see you out there. Good morning. This is Susan Matson, Master Gardener at the Candiotah County Fair. I have with me 2 other Master Gardeners, Benita Kellestead and Leslie Erickson, and we are in the display at the county fair. The display is provided by Master Gardeners from the county and also the Horticulture Society of Candiotah County. We'll have a theme this year of going green. And going green means that you are using a lot of your natural products from your yard to provide a better yard and a better environment. That can include composting. if those of you who have not gotten a composter yet, they're fairly easy to make out of wood and wire, but you can also buy plastic composters that are easy to use. I have one of those at home, and I use it for grass clippings, and also I use it for leaves in the fall when I've mulched my leaves, and I put vegetable clippings in there also. No meat, nothing like that, but vegetable clippings in the composter. So we have examples of composters. We also have a scarecrow contest going on. And we have flowers growing all around us, as you can see by the color. So now I'll turn this over to Les, who will talk a little bit about the Master Gardener program and how, if you are interested, you could become one.
The Master Gardener program of Kandiyohi County is affiliated with the University of Minnesota Extension Service, and we are volunteer representatives of the University of Minnesota. All Master Gardeners have taken the core course, which is an educational course of close to 50 hours, and then serve a volunteer component and continuing education requirements from then on. We have approximately 50 Master Gardeners in our county, and we provide educational presentations to groups. We have a hotline, and so people can call in with questions. We have a booth at the Becker Market, as well as here at the fair and other public gatherings. The Master Gardeners often have an interest, and so some are very good at providing information on roses, some on vegetables, some on lawn care, and so we aim to serve you. The core course is generally offered in the winter, and there are outstate locations as well as at the Arboretum. It is taught by the educators from the university and is a huge amount of information that one can use personally as well as share with others to improve our environment. Bonita?
Thank you. This display garden also includes plants that have been brought by members of the Kandiyohi County Horticulture Society. And the Horticulture Society has been active in our community and providing programs on gardening open to the public. And some of the plants that have been brought here today, you can see are annuals. Some are perennials. We've got in front of us, we've got petunias, geraniums, impatiens, and around on the sides we've got coleus and a variety of other plants. And each year at the fair we've been having a display garden. So we encourage you to come next year and check out the variety. Often there are new plants here that are new, being introduced to the community, and that this is a good chance to see them. Also, the gardeners have put things into arrangements, and so they're very nicely done. And as you heard earlier, we also have been having a scarecrow contest where community members are entering a scarecrow. Those that have come to see the display garden get to vote on the scarecrow, and a small prize is given out. So not only come and see the plants, but plan to enter a scarecrow at a future fair. I'll turn it over to Susan.
Thanks, Les and Bonita. As Bonita said, come next year, bring your scarecrow. And for this year, we'll be at the Becker Market all the way through the end of September. We also are occasionally at other events in the community. And I'd like to add to what Les said about learning a lot about gardening. You don't have to be a great gardener to become a master gardener. Every year that you're in the program, you learn more from the other members. So again, thanks for joining us at Do You Know?